Hello everyone, this is the next lesson from Serena. Today we're going to make lovely, gorgeous copper bracelet with a big agate bead. This is actually the Tibet agate. This is the artificial created color and shape on the bead itself. The bead is natural, of course, but the color is not. But it's very popular nowadays. So I'm gonna use copper wire, size 0.7 millimeters. The size of the bead is rather big. It has a big hole in the center. So let's make sure that the wire comes through the bead easily. It does. So the length of my wire is around 60 centimeters. You better take a bit more, so you would be sure that the length would be enough to create the bracelet. So that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm putting the bead in the center of my wire and making a loop here and on the opposite side of the bead as well. So make 2 loops to hold the bead in the center, so it will be not movable. Oh dear, I apologize, but my table is too small and the wire is too long and it's disturbing me a bit. So let me make a curl. I think so each one of you know how to do that, so it's simple work. Watch carefully. So that's how it goes. Yeah, so we are fixing the bead in the center by 2 loops from both sides. Try to make it as close to the bead as you can. So after we do, we are making like a waves up and down using the wire. So let me show you how I do that. So first we turn the both wires. Okay, so just a second. We'll pull them up like this, and now we'll start making like a waves. The size must be not bigger than the central bead. You can make it smaller but not bigger. So this bracelet is perfect for beginners who have basic skills by winding, and it's really simple but looks very interesting, and no one would say that it's so simple and primitive technique. It looks really interesting and professional, so watch carefully. So I would need to make around 5 or 6, let me call them waves, with the wire. So don't care about their shape actually, so because they would be covered with the other little spirals, so don't worry about correct size or perfect symmetry. It's symmetrical bracelet, but it would be too much crystals over, and it will be circles over, so don't worry about that. So now I'm making the loop, and this will be the end of the bracelet, so the locket side. And now I'm returning the wire to the center and making a loop here. So I will take the pliers, so you see it's on the top and it's not fixed. And I'm using the round noses just to make a curl, and also I will use the hammer to squeeze the wire and make this surface flat. Now I'm turning to the photos just to explain you how I do that closer. So that's what we have in the end from the both sides. And also I made two of these just to cover the waves over. Just look at this. I'm putting one end of the wire behind the starting curl, and just overlooping it and squeeze it by flat nose pliers just to fix it strongly. So this little curl is fixed. Then using the thin wire and 4mm crystals, I'm fixing them on the bottom. Here we are, we have 3 of them. And also I'm trying to fix the curls as well. So I'm using 5mm of wood beads, and then I'm fixing the crystals between the waves, and I'm moving to the end of the bracelet and fixing the small crystals between the waves each time. Then I'm adding the wooden bead and the crystal bead, and I'm turning to the opposite side of the bracelet and doing the same thing. So just fixing the small crystals between the waves like this, and I'm returning to the central bead, so our bracelet is near to be ready. As you see, very simple. Now I'm fixing the thin wire here and adding the wooden bead. Just I'm decorating the center now, and now I'm fixing 2 curls on the top together, so they will be not movable anymore, and it makes the construction stronger. And I'm adding 2 wooden beads more and fixing the wire, cutting the rest, and my bracelet is ready. So now we are turning to video. Hope the photos will be helpful for you. I've never done it before. If it's not difficult for you, just write me in the comments which way is better for you, all video or with the photos, because as for me, photos can show you much closer our work. So that's what I did. Just I squeezed the bracelet on my arm, and we made the shape of the bracelet like this. The copper is rather soft, so it's easy. As you see, the result is really interesting. Really interesting. If you patinate this bracelet, so make it dark and then polish it, it will be much more interesting. Would be really interesting. No one of your friends would believe that you did it yourself. So this is a toggle locket. This locket I have video about in my new playlist called Lockets and Crafts. Have a look there about how to make this locket. So as you see, it looks like that. So I connected this locket using few connecting rings. I also made them myself, so this bracelet perfectly fits on my arm. Very nice and very beautiful. I really suggest you to use this technique. You will be surprised really about the result. So wish you a good luck and enjoy your jewelry and have a good time, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.